region. So we're great. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Awesome Music Show. My name is Dayle, host and founder of the Awesome Music Show, and I'm pleased to go live with you one more time. We might be sounding a little bit husky, but guess what? The flu is right around the corner, but we're giving God thanks. Thank you so much, Sir Bramwell, for joining and for being a part of this wonderful, wonderful broadcast. We're going to be sharing some wonderful music all the way from South Africa from our brother and friend. He's going to be our guest, and we want you to be just blessed by the music that we're going to be sharing tonight. And we're going to be talking to him just after we finish playing this wonderful, wonderful track. So, wherever you are logging on from, we give God thanks for you. And we are looking to our second anniversary on the 16th of December. That's a big celebration, both online and in person. And we're looking forward for that. So we give God thanks that He has allowed us to be broadcasting through the different trials, through the different obstacles. We continue to do what we're doing, and we give God thanks for that. So as we enjoy this wonderful music song from our brother on a Monday, it's the awesome word of the week, and closer to the end of this show, we're going to just ask him just to share a positive word from the word of God for our viewers and our listeners on all the platforms. Someone needs this kind of encouragement. And believe it or not, sometimes we go live and we don't even know the amount of lives we're touching by just doing these broadcasts, which is why even when I'm tired or when I'm not feeling well, I still push to do this broadcast because someone needs to hear the good news through this wonderful platform. So here we go with the first song for the show, and we are giving God thanks for this. As we work to improve our sound, we know that God is going to bless us in so many different ways. So we go from the top one more time with this wonderful song. We are not when you call upon His name. We are not Jehovah. We are not We are not when you call upon His name. We are not Mutim. We are not We are not when you call upon His name. We are not just we are not We are not when you call upon His name. We are not Jehovah. We are not We are not when you call upon His name. He replies day and night. He replies when you call upon His name. He replies day and night. He replies when you call upon His name. He replies day and night. He replies when you call upon His name. He replies day and night. He replies when you call upon His name. We are not when you call upon His name. We are not when you call upon His name. We are not when you call upon His name. We are not when you call upon We are not when you call upon Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, Leila, and it's really, really good to have this song played. I loved it the first time I heard it, and as a musician
Wow.
myself, I'm hearing some really good bass runs in this song, which is really, really good. So that's
Thanks, man.
the
Thank you
band
so much.
those involved in this track. So my guest on the awesome music show for today, Monday, November 28th. It's almost the end of the year, and we're giving our thanks. He is a gospel recording artist. He's a worship leader, singer-songwriter. He's also an author, an educator, and an environmental activist. I speak of no other than my brother Sikom Sikhumbuzo praise all the
Yeah.
way from Nigeria. How you doing, my brother? Thank you so much for
No,
being on the
I'm good. I'm good, Dayle. Thank you so much for having me on the show, man.
show.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm excited to be here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm actually here in South Africa. I'm actually from South Africa. I'm fully South African. So, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't mind being in Nigeria.
That's
But
good.
yeah, South
That's good.
Africa is actually my home. Yeah, so I'm here in South Africa.
That is good. That is
That's
good.
why.
That is good. Or
That's
where
why.
exactly in South Africa are you though? Where exactly in South Africa are you now?
Oh, yes. No, I still need to travel, to be honest with you. But yeah, hopefully in Nigeria next year, I'm crossing my fingers and praying about it. I'd love to visit Nigeria, Ghana, and probably Zimbabwe as well. I know it's possible, yeah, but I will. Yeah, so it's part of my plans. It's actually a short-term goal for next year. Yeah, probably next year, definitely visit Nigeria first and then go to Ghana. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. People have been inviting me for some time. I think I've just been postponing it deliberately, but that's a plan for next year. It's part of my priorities for next year to visit Nigeria. Yeah, I also invited some of my friends to come and visit us here in South Africa as well. It would be nice. Yeah, so that's really the plan and my prayer for next year. So I'm trusting God with all the plans that I have right now. But yeah, I will. So yeah, still need to travel, but yeah.
Yes,
but
yes,
I've been, yeah. But I've been to places like Cape Town here in South Africa. I've been to Joburg, one of our states or provinces or regions, yeah, locally. But yeah, hopefully next year, like I said, the plan is to really travel abroad and start in Africa and then also visit abroad in the UK as well, in the USA. That's the plan. So yeah, I know it's gonna happen. Yeah, because I've got
yes.
all friends. I've got so many friends all over the world. So yeah, well, even in Dubai as well, I've got a couple of friends that I know. So yeah, we're gospel singers, who are Christians. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Like I know it's gonna happen. I'm very optimistic and I trust God and everything. And I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's about time. Yeah. So thank you so much, man. Yeah, what a day. What an opportunity, Yeah, can I just say you're doing an amazing work, man? And thank you for this platform. As music ministers, such platforms are very important, are very significant, are very imperative, to us. So yeah, I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, my name is Sikhumbuzo Praise, and Sikhumbuzo Praise is actually a stage name. But Sikhumbuzo, the word Sikhumbuzo, the name Sikhumbuzo, it's actually my original name. But yeah, so my name is Sikhumbuzo Christopher. They call me Chris Kumalo. Yes, but my stage name is really Sikhumbuzo Praise. Yeah, so I'm a recording gospel artist, like you said. I do gospel music.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also I go to a local church here as well here in South Africa. And I've been there for some time for some time now, So yeah, I love God, man. I love God's people. I love God. God is everything in my life, and yeah, I love gospel music, and yeah. And yeah, so I'm really all about that. And also I've done some of the things as well, like I'm also an author. But yeah, but you know what? Let me just say this to simplify everything for everyone, because I don't want to be all over the place. Let me just say for now, music ministry or music ministration, it's actually everything to me. It's all about God. It's all about gospel music. As you know, gospel music, it's all about sharing the news, the good news. So I'm all about, God's work right now. So I'm doing music, and so that's what I'm all about right now. Writing music as a songwriter, as a singer. So that's what I've been doing for the past few years now. So yeah, so I write praise songs, and I also write worship songs, yeah. So it's really my passion and my calling, because I believe as music ministers we have a responsibility. We're here to change lives. We are the chosen ones. So I'm truly grateful and honored for that. So I allowed God, to use me in that space. To inspire people that go through so much. So as our music plays a huge role. And yeah, so plays a huge role. So yeah, that's really my mandate right now. That's really my agenda. To please God. Just to make an impact to the next person. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a gospel singer. Yeah. So I'm saved and I love God and I'm a Christian. Yeah. So I'm also a parent as well. So yeah. So yeah. That's really me in a nutshell. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. So also in your bio, you are an environmentalist, and I want to just delve into that a bit to see how do you fuse your natural work with your musical talents, because I know a lot of times because of your 9 to 5 job, sometimes it's
Mhm.
conflicting with your music. So how do you get to balance both of those to be an effective gospel minister? How do you balance those?
Oh yeah, yeah. So you make time. Patience sustains us. The
Yeah.
patient sustains us, and time management is very important as well. So you make
Right.
time for these things. Obviously it's not easy to get it right.
Mhm.
But God has been with me until now. I mean, patient, and I love all of these things. And because they're different, but it's all of these things they make who I am. It's who I am. You know what I mean? As an environmentalist, I had to write a book, and I wrote a book. It's the book titled Mr. Lit and Friends. So the initiative is very important. As you know, littering, it's a global issue, and it's very important. It's something that we see every day in our daily lives,
Yeah.
in our spaces locally, it's everywhere. So so I've been observing that, in my community where I live here in South Africa, it is one of the priorities, one of the objectives. So I said to myself, as an activist, what do I do about it? It's something that I see every day. So what do I do about it? So I initiated this program of which is an entertainment program for kids, called
That's good.
kid, because that's really my niche market. That's really my focus. So
Mhm.
yeah, I created this initiative with Student and Friends. I had to create songs, sing along songs for kids. And I had to create this character, Mr. Little Friends. So yeah, the response has been amazing. We've been to schools. I'm talking about pre-primary schools. I'm talking about primary schools from grade R up to, let's say, grade 1 up to grade 12, 7, 5. Yeah, it's because it was targeted for early childhood development. I'm talking about the grade 1 until probably the grade 6. Yeah, so it has been amazing. I mean, we've been to local schools here, rural schools, urban schools. I've met teachers. I've met other educationalists like me. It has been amazing because we did like an entertainment program. We had like a structured program for that. It has been amazing. We did a road show. People, they loved our music. I created all the music. You know what I mean? Actually, we have 4 sing-along songs. We've got 4 albums. It was amazing. I enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, I was also the character. We did storytelling. So yeah, but whatever that we did, during that time, it had to do with it was really about addressing the issue, of littering, just to encourage parents, even the young ones, to say, what, let's be more, let's just be more responsible. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And also, obviously, we're actually highlighting the pros and cons, and then the importance, what it does to the impact, the negative impact, and what it does in our lives. So yeah, so it was really about encouraging everybody, to work together, collectively, to address such issue in a very creative way. So yeah, so I had to make time. So yeah, I think I did for like 4 years. Yes, yeah, it was amazing. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was endorsed by the Department of Education. Arts and culture as well. They came on board, just to endorse the program. So that recognition and endorsement from them, it was very important. From us as well. As initiator for the program. So yeah, the response has been amazing. People, they still call me, say, hey, dude, when I come to school, the kids, they miss you, they miss your energy, they miss your vibe, they miss the message and everything. So it has been amazing, yeah. But now, obviously, yeah, like I said, you make time for this thing, but now I also had to create time, for doing what I love, which is this is my focus right now, just doing gospel music. Because let me just be honest with you, I've been procrastinating. I've been procrastinating everything. Well, what do I mean? Like doing music, like writing songs. Go to a studio. Something that I've been putting it on hold for some time. So yeah, last year I had to be deliberate. I had to be decisive. I said, no, you know what? This is it. I'm doing this thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
So while I was doing the entertainment program, I was not doing the music at that time. So it was really about the children's program and the environmental program. That was the focus. But now I'm actually focusing on really being a gospel singer and doing music and spending a lot of time writing songs and being in the studio doing recordings. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm excited, and God is with me, and I'm truly grateful for that.
Wow, awesome. And while you spoke about the highlighting the pros and cons of protecting the environment, what better way to do that than through music, because it's more memorable for the children. And if you can
Mhm.
drive that message to the children at that
Yeah.
early age, you spoke about grade 1 to grade 6, that's a really good age for you to make an impact on them. They will in turn spread that message as they grow older, coupled with the help from their parents and the public education that was given to their parents. So thank you so much for doing that program, and congratulations on touring those schools and
Thank you so
spreading
much.
the good news through the music. So in terms of the inspiration that you have for your music, what inspires you to write? As you mentioned that you're spending a lot of time to write. What inspires you to write, which we are seeing coming out in your music now?
Um, Things that I experience daily. In life we go through stuff. We all have a story to tell. Reflecting on my life and thinking about my life. Where I come from and what God has done in my life. That
Mhm.
alone, it's an inspiration. And I'm also inspired by people like yourself and other guys.
Yeah.
Who are doing amazing things. In their spaces. So
Yeah.
yeah, so my inspiration comes from different spaces and different situations. And talking about my life, God has been amazing in my life. I'll tell you a personal story. Um, Last year, I was hospitalized. I was in a hospital. So for the first time in my life, I've never been hospitalized in my life, but yeah, but I was there, and I was alone. And the only person who was there with me was God. You
Wow.
know, it's a lonely space. You know what I mean? And you can imagine being there for the first time. You know what it can do in the spirit, what it does mentally. You know, but like I said, it was also an opportunity for me. You know, to think about God's grace. Think about my life. Yeah, because most of the time I was actually alone. Yeah, so Ujesu Lalela, the song that you just played right now, it speaks to my
Yeah.
spirit
Wow.
because it's actually a confirmation to say, you know what, God, He responds to our situations, He replies.
Yes.
We shouldn't pray and worry. So God has been speaking to me, in my life, and He has been a pillar of strength in my life, a source of strength in my life. It's a center of my joy. So yeah, His grace has been sustaining me until now. So yeah, one is doing well to cut my story short. One is recovering. It's really about God's grace. I'm back at energy. I'm doing very well. Physically, I'm recovering. Everything is fine.
Mhm.
And now I'm doing God's work, and I can able to go in to a studio and record. I can able to write all these songs. Yeah. So it's really about showing my gratitude. And also to say, God, thank you so much for everything that you are still doing in the season. And it's really about you. I'm here to give thanks to you. I'm
Mhm.
here to make you famous. I want God to be more famous. We're here to win souls. It's got nothing to do with me, but it's just me showing grace and availing myself to say, God, use me in anyhow, for your kingdom. So yeah, so my inspirations, like I said, comes from different situations, and yeah, so I'm inspired by people that I went through, situations that I went through. I'm inspired by really anything. Yeah, things that are bad, things that are good. Yeah.
Th-
That's where I get inspiration. I get inspiration from the Lord. From the God is the one who's giving me all the songs. You know what I mean? God is the one who's giving me all the songs. So yeah, all these stories, not even stories, all these testimonies and stories that we are sharing. With our people, in a very musical way. So I don't want to say in a creative way, but in a very musical way. So so I'm really about that. So that's really what I'm actually doing right now, and that's really that is where I get all the inspiration from from the
that is,
Lord Himself. Yeah, because I listen to Him. I'm here to listen. No one else, just Him. Yeah, reflecting, like I said, doing an introspection, thinking about what God, is about to do, what God is currently doing, what God has done. It's all really about give thanks to Him. It's really about that, just to give thanks to the Lord. So yeah, I think it deserves that. It deserves that. If I look at my life and look at, yeah. So I don't want to be emotional, but God has really done so much in my life. I'm here because of Him. I'm here because of Him, and I'm truly grateful for that. Yeah. So yeah.
mhm. That is good, and I'm happy that you are feeling much better. You have
Yeah.
survived and you're back. And the good thing is, so many people have gone through uh, serious situations and they don't
True.
even thank God for
True.
bringing them through. They think it's all about them. They think it's all about the
Mm,
doctors, all about the medication, and they're not
yes.
seeing that the higher power is the one who actually empowers the doctors with the knowledge, the
True.
scientists build the medication and all those kinds of things. So I'm happy that
Yeah.
you're giving God thanks and that the music will speak to your testimony of what you have gone through. And that
Mm.
is really awesome. I'm gonna be playing that song that we started with earlier for those who possibly just joined. And I want to thank Sister Mimi and her family for joining on the Instagram platform. Thank you so much. Also, Minister Darren Charles, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. He has
Wow.
already been supporting the show.
Thank you
Also,
so
my
much.
cousin Monica McLean and all those who are on the platform tonight.
Wow.
Thank you so much. We're connecting with our brother all the way in South Africa, and it's really, really awesome to have him on. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So he spoke about this song. Um, and he spoke about his experience in the hospital. So we're going to just be playing this song one more time. Really, really awesome song. We started the show with it. So let's just play a portion of this song one more time. Really, really
Thanks.
awesome. All right. So before I play this song, my brother, I'm going to just ask you to
Yeah.
translate some of what you have said from your language into the English language for the
Okay.
benefit of some of our guests. So once I play the song, they'll understand. So just introduce the first part, at least the first verse or the first few lines
Mhm.
for
Yes.
us, and then I'll just go right into the song. Go right ahead.
No problem. Yes, yeah, uJesu uyalalela. uJesu uyalalela. It's a South African, here in South Africa, we have 11 languages, right? Official languages. So isiZulu, it is my dialect. It's one of the uh, major spoken languages here in South Africa. Most of us here, we speak, isiZulu. Like in Nigeria, they speak Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, the majority. So here in South Africa, coming back here where I'm at, so we speak isiZulu. So yeah, uJesu uyalalela, it simply means Jesus, he listens. Jesus listens. uJesu uyalalela when you call upon his name. Yes, the song is really about that. It's really about saying Jesus, he listens when you call upon his name. So just to encourage everybody, out there to have a relationship with God, to have a personal relationship to God, to say, you know what, just give him a call, he replies, he will
He lis-
respond.
So he's
Don't tell
already
me, and also it's a South African praise song. So like I said, I love worship, I love praise songs. So it's really our South African praise songs. That is our vibe. So yeah, uJesu uyalalela. It's really about that. uJesu uyalalela. Jesus, he listens. When you call upon his name.
All right, awesome. So if you're on the show today, this
Mhm.
song is an encouragement that if you call on God, you may call your friends, you may call the politician, and they don't answer, they don't listen. But if
Yeah,
you call on Jesus
but
today,
him,
day
oh
or
man,
night, he listens. So,
yeah, yeah, man, day and night,
um,
love
go
it.
ahead. Hey, Katie, thank you so much. Awesome, 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 awesome. I love it. I love it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And it's really simple. Jesus, he hears, he hears, he hears. And that's an encouragement to us because there are many times, even in
Yeah,
David in the Psalms would ask God, are you hearing my prayer, Lord? Are you hearing
yeah.
me? Times when we
Mm,
pray, it would seem as
he's
if he's not hearing. But
mm,
guess what? We know he
yeah.
answers just on time. So that's an encouragement to us from this song that
It's an
as we
amazing.
brother.
I think the message is very universal and it's so relevant and
Mhm.
it's very important, to say, like I said, just whatever we go through, because remember during that time when we're actually in a crisis,
Yeah.
all we need is a practical solution,
Mhm.
So, the good news here is to say, there's someone out there who cares about you. There's
Yes.
someone out there who doesn't sleep. He watches over you day and night,
Day and night.
so he intervenes. You know what I mean? So people they need to be at peace. This is time to say, what, we shouldn't be worried. But because God is on our side. God is with us day and night all the time. So you know what? Yeah. So the message is very, very important and very universal. Jesus, he replies, which is when you call upon his name. You need
Mhm.
to open your heart. You are the one who needs to speak to him, yes, and then he will listen to you because he's a good listener, and then he will replies. He replies. So yeah, that's a message out there, to say, yeah, let's not give up on God. Let's not give up on our faith. Yeah, he's there with us. So yeah, let's just believe that. We need to believe that. We need to have faith in it. We need to trust, and also we need to, yeah, just trust. Trust is everything. Just trust in the Lord. Yeah. All our worries are taken care of. So we shouldn't be worried.
True. That's
'Cause,
true.
yeah,
Sometimes we tend to worry about the things that God has already told us that He will do for us.
yes,
The
he made a
human
promise.
side of us take over, and we worry about it. We worry about the bills. We worry about the health. We worry
Ooh,
about crime. We worry about so many things, and He already
yeah,
promised that He will deal with those things. It might look
true.
off to us, but he will address those things. So thank you for that song. Very
Mm,
encouraging, and it's
thank you
really
so much.
really awesome to hear the song. In terms of the message that you push throughout your songs, though, how difficult it is for you when you're supposed to hit the stage to minister? Because I know a lot of ministers. They can do well in the studio, they can do well for interviews, but when they're supposed to do like live ministry, it becomes a challenge. So how difficult is that for you, or is it something that you find to do very easy? How is that for you?
Yeah, it is scary. My coping mechanism, I always pray before I go on stage because there's this anxiety, we panic. I don't wanna lie to you, because people have expectations, and but I think prayer is everything, So my formula, it's really me going down on my knees and say, Lord, please, uh, be with me right now. And it's really about you. I'm here to praise you. I'm here to worship you. I'm here to convey the message, because you've inspired me. You've given me that responsibility. So yeah, that's really my formula. I pray before I go on stage,
Yeah.
and yeah, as soon as I'm on stage, and I think we need to loosen up, just loosen up, and yeah, and God, He does his way, he does whatever he does in his own way. So he's the one who kills you, on the stage, who gives you the strength, yeah, to deliver, So yeah, but I don't lie to you. It's always a scary thing. I panic every day. I panic every
Yeah.
day. But I think if you trust and just invite God, to be with you during that time in the presence, so like yeah, he sustains you. Yeah. So yeah, so it's still a challenge. It's an ongoing struggle. It's a process.
That's
You
great.
know, we need to acknowledge it. I mean, when the anxiety is always there, you panic on stage, but like I said, it's really about, you just all you need to do, you just need to relax and just invite God, to be with you till the right time, and just do what you can, do you, and be real about it. You know what I mean? Just be real. And yeah, so deliver the message, so God is really he sustains, he sustains us. But
That's great.
it is a struggle.
All right. I wanna, I wanna, I wanna, I wanted to say hello to and welcome to Amides 112 CC. Thank you so much for joining the show as well, and I hope the show will be an inspiration. We're talking to our friend and brother Sikhumbuzo Praise from South Africa, and we're really just sharing his music and his ministry with the platform tonight on the show. And it's really, really good to have him on to just minister to us. And it's a good feeling to connect with you from so far across the region, and it's really, really awesome. I'm going to play in one more of his tracks because guess what? God is good to us, and we want to just listen to one more of his track, and then we're going to be talking to him some more before we end the broadcast tonight. So be blessed. Another side to Sikhumbuzo Praise.
Uyingcwele, uyingcwele, akuvumi mangithule. Uyingcwele, ngcwele, yebo uyingcwele, yena uyingcwele, akuvumi mangithule. Ulidwala lami, uyingcwele, uyingcwele, akuvumi mangithule. Uyingcwele baba, uyingcwele, uyingcwele, akuvumi mangithule. Uyingcwele baba, uyingcwele, yena uyingcwele, akuvumi mangithule. Uyingcwele baba. You're holy, my God. I'll never ever be silent. You're my God. You are holy. You are holy. I will never ever be silent. You are holy, my God. Pain and misery, pain and misery. Zamfara kortunia, kaine ubangi jina, kaine meisar ki, kaine meisar ki. Zamfara kortunia, kaine ubangi jina. Zamfara kortunia, kaine ubangi jina. sempana ako dunia kaini bengi
Awesome, 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 awesome. So awesome listening just the acoustic guitar and the voices.
Oh,
Really, really awesome. And the track is
thanks,
not
man.
finished, but for the sake of time, we just played a
Mm,
portion of that track, and it's really, really awesome to hear it. I'm sure some of our viewers may not understand the language, but I'm sure this
mm,
video, when it goes viral, it goes across several different platforms. There are people who will understand the language that is being spoken because we have so many different. And you spoke about South Africa having 11 different languages. So trust me,
mm.
you have a diverse amount of styles that you can use in your song, which is really, really good. So tell us about any upcoming project that you have, any single, any album that you have, or any event that you have coming up. You can tell us about those. And then before we close, I'm going to just let you share all your social media details, how we can contact you for bookings, for interviews, and then you just close off with sharing a positive word for every single person on the platform today for the awesome word of the week. So tell us about any upcoming projects first.
Okay, right now, I'm currently doing a music collaboration, with another Nigerian gospel artist, and I'm excited about that. It's actually a gospel song, so that's what I'm actually doing right now in the studio. Doing yeah, the song is gonna come up next year. So yeah, and I just did a music duet, with another lady from Spain. I'm so excited. I
Oh,
don't know if you've heard the song, Uchini Ezike. Yeah. So I've just been doing music collaborations for the past few years until now. So yeah, the song is actually out. Hey Baba, it's an amazing song. You're gonna love it. Trust me, the vibe is so amazing. Yeah. So I did the song with her. Yeah. So for me, like I said, I'm in the studio, recording a few songs. Yeah. So it's gonna come out next year. Yeah. So I'll be performing as well in 2 weeks' time. There's a local worship concert here. I'm going to be part of that. So people they can look out for more music collaborations next year, more songs on my side. Yeah, I write praise songs, I write worship songs. So I'm excited about that. And then yeah, so yeah, that's really. I'm also going to be part of other international concerts.
yeah.
Visual concerts. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. There's so much happening, and for the past few months, I've just been busy, to be honest with you, and I'm truly grateful for that. So yeah, I'm just focusing on promoting my music, and yeah, yeah, make sure that people they actually are aware of my music. So that's what I'm actually busy with right now. So yeah, I'm excited. So it has been a good year. Yeah, people can actually find my music on Spotify, on Audio
Mm.
Mac. I have music for everyone. I cater for everyone. So yeah, so I think it's about time that we write we write good music. It's about time. I love hymns, but it's good as songwriters that we create a new content. So yeah, so my music is for everyone. And yeah, so please guys, your support will be highly appreciated. You can stream it and download it. It's available on YouTube. Myself, I'm very active on social media. You can find me on Facebook, search for Sikhumbuzo Praise, on Instagram, Sikhumbuzo Praise, on YouTube, you can check my music, and yeah. Also on what I've done is that with all my music, it has been translated. So yeah, so you don't have to worry. I mean, I've got lyrical videos for every song that I produced. I make sure that I have the local content there so that people can actually understand, what the message, what they're singing about. So it's very important. I make sure that I do that. So people can actually find my music on YouTube, can check out my videos out there. Yeah, so yeah, they can expect more from me. Yeah, I just want to say to someone, you know, um, you know, we need to be dreamers, and we need to trust God with our dreams,
Mhm.
and yeah, anything is possible. You just need to believe in yourself. And I say to God, please, God, bring the right people in my life, and God has done that. So so I just want to encourage someone out there to have that conversation, with your God. Speak to him, and speak to him about everything, really. And I know sometimes you complain, but at times change the narrative, change the approach, just be, show the show the gratification, you know, the gratitude, and just speak about what God has done in your life, and be grateful about that. So yeah, I just want to say, anything is possible. Go out there, chase your dreams. Trust God with everything. Pray about your dreams. I still pray about things that I do. I'll make sure that I pray about them. So yeah, because this life, it's not easy. And like being an independent artist, it's not easy. You just need to be a hard worker. You need to keep going. You need to keep pushing. Yeah. So I just want to say to everybody out there, soldier on. God is with you. Anything is possible. You can be the best. And yeah, and also, yeah, trust God in everything. I mean, it's gonna do it for you. Our God is able. Yeah. So, but don't do it for your friend. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. Do it for the right intentions. And remember, it's not about you. It's really about what God has given you. The talent. Go out there. There's so much happening. Speak to people. Create those opportunities. For yourself to shine, and so that, yeah, you try and create that platform, but in anything you do, like I said, invite God. God should be the center, and God, allow God to be the leader, and God, allow God to be the visionary, for your ministry, for whatever that you do. It could be anything really, but trust God in everything. Otherwise, anything is possible. Yeah, keep soldiering on. Our God is able. uJesu uyalalela. uJesu uyalalela. So yeah, be encouraged. Don't give up on God. Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing on the show, because I was getting a little feedback, so I was muted a little bit. So thank you so much for sharing. And it's really awesome that you could share. And you said one important thing is that all of your music has been translated, so people in different countries, different
Mm.
languages can understand your music, and that's really, really awesome. I need to get some of my music in different languages as well, so that people
Okay,
can
I'm here.
hear it, not just in
It's very
English.
important. It's very
That's really,
important.
yes, yes.
It's very important.
That's really good. So thank you for sharing. So you can find Sikhumbuzo Praise on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on YouTube. You can find him on Facebook. I'm sure you can find him on Twitter. And also his music is available on all digital platforms and Spotify. And you can find him on all the other digital platforms. So just type that name in the chat, or in your browser, Sikhumbuzo praise. And once you type that in, you will see the search engine, populating the information for that. So it's really, really good to have him on. So, my brother, I want to wish you all the best for your upcoming event in 2 weeks, all the studio collaborations that you're doing, all the new music that you're going to be putting out. We want to just wish you all the best from the Awesome Music Show family, and happy to have you on. I'm sure this is
Please,
not going to be your last time on the show.
I will
This is
come
just
back.
the start to a good journey. So we thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Hank, for joining tonight as well. Hope you and your family are feeling much better. And all those who are on both platforms, we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Both of us are not doing very well, but guess what? We had to do this show because someone had to hear tonight that you must put God first in everything. If I remember nothing from the broadcast tonight, I will remember that you said, whatever you do, your music, your ministry, anything in your personal life, put God first and let
True.
Him do the leading. Let Him be the visionary of what you are doing. And once you do
True.
that, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong, and that's really, really awesome. So thank you, my brother, for sharing on the show.
So
Going to
much.
be ending the show with one more of your tracks, and we are grateful to have you on. So let's just listen one more of your tracks. God go with you, and as you continue to recuperate, we wish you the best of health, and we wish you all the best in your music ministry. Let's just end the
Thank you.
show with this wonderful, wonderful track from our brother. Third track for the night as we go tonight.
Close your eyes. Jesus. You win your battles for you. The devil will not win. The devil will not win.
Hey, Katie, thank you so much for joining as well on the Instagram platform. Thank you so much. Awesome, Harmony. Awesome. Love the harmonies, bro. Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
Before we close tonight, I want to thank you so much for joining, and also for our new subscribers, new followers on Instagram. We want to thank you so much for joining and for being on the show. And we are giving God thanks for you. So, see you on another show on Friday as we close out a wonderful show for this Monday. So see you on Friday as we invite another couple. We should be having a couple from Gambia. They were not feeling well last Friday, which is why we had to switch and use another person for the show. But we're looking forward to having them on Friday. So as we go,
Oh,
God bless you. Take care, and we appreciate you sharing this wonderful broadcast with us. Take care. My name is Dayle T. It's another awesome day given to us by an awesome God to do some
yeah.
awesome things. So be
Thanks.
blessed as we go. Take care. Take care.
Thank you so much, Dayle. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
My brother, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It has been amazing.
All the best.